Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jess and I'm going to be dropping everything I've ever learned over the past 5.5 years of being a day trader. So I primarily trade the futures market, NQ, and YM. If you guys have not already, make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button so you know when new videos are coming out. So for this video, we're going to talk about understanding drawdown in prop firms. So this can be confusing if you are a new trader, and it's a simple guide into intraday trailing drawdowns and end of day trailing drawdown. Two very separate things. So let's go ahead and get into this. And as always, if you guys have other specific questions, make sure you're dropping it down in the comments. So what is drawdown? It's the maximum amount you can lose in your account before you violate the firm's rules and you have to buy a new account. So it protects the firm and it protects their capital. And then like we stated, it is either intraday trailing drawdown or end of day drawdown. So what is intraday trailing drawdown? This is the one that hangs up most of my team members. I do have a team where I live trade. If you are interested in joining, it will be down below. No harm, no foul. If that is not your thing and you just want to watch videos, I'm more than happy to provide that. So, intraday trailing drawdown. It trails the drawdown as your account moves up. So, as your balance starts to grow, it locks in the profits as you gain them. I know that's a little bit hard to understand, just saying that out loud and then potentially just reading this. So there is a graph that I will show you guys, but here's an example. If you have a $50,000 account and your trailing drawdown is 2,000, this is most cases for any 50K account that you're going to get. I think the only caveat being Apex, which is $2,500, which is a little bit nicer for 50K to have $2,500 in drawdown. So your drawdown starts at $48,000. So right out of the gate, brand new account, you cannot let your account balance go below 48,000. If it goes below 48,000 right out of the gate, brand new account, you've just blown your account. Okay, so say it doesn't. Say you take that first trade and your balance rises to $52,000, meaning you took a $2,000 trade and or you're up $2,000, right? So your new drawdown goes to 50,000. The 48 to 50,000. So now if your balance falls below the 50,000. So remember how it trailing drawdown, it moves up as your account balance grows. So as it grows. So that's how that works. And then let's look at end of day drawdown. If you guys need any more clarification on that, let me know in the comments. But this end of day is a fixed drawdown and it's based on the end of the day. It's calculated after your trading day, right? Obviously, when you're in your account, you'll be able to see like how much you gained and lost. So you'll know before they know if you blew your account. So um, you can recover these without the violation if you can recover them without revenge trading and without, actually blowing the account. So I've already went over that calculated only at the end of each trading day. So here's an example. You have a $50,000 account, daily limit $2,000. If the account is 40,000 or 47,900 at close, you have violated that account, meaning you can close or you will have to, if the account dips intraday to say 48,500 but closes at 50,200, no violation, right? So it can dip into this, I believe, with an open trade, depending on the prop firm, right? So depending on the prop firm, some of them have auto liquidate, which just would literally liquidate you at this point. Some of them, if you do have an open trade, there is some leeway. It'll let it kind of fluctuate through that number, but typically, in my experience, it will auto liquidate you. So be mindful of that. So the key differences. So intraday trailing drawdown moves with your profit and then can be violated at any time. And then end of day is a fixed daily loss limit. A lot of people will look for prop firms that do have end of day. They like it better. It's a little bit easier to manage. There's nothing wrong with that. I trade intraday. I don't find an issue with it, but that is based on my trading style as well. Okay, and then let's see. Managing drawdown risk. So when you're setting up your risk management, again, this is going to look different for everybody because of style of trading, what you're trading. Are you trading size contracts? Are you trading micro contracts? It really depends. So keeping your risk per trade small, 1 to 2%, and then you're tracking your daily loss against your limits, right? And then stop trading if you're close to your violation. This can happen, or this is a good idea. Not can it happen? It's a good idea. Stop trading, especially if the volume is low and you're already away from, say, market open is the 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. Say you're 3 to 4 hours into market and the volume is just very low. It's better to just stop, walk away, and then come back the next day. There's always another trading day. And then obviously, we want to focus on consistency and not hitting those limits for our drawdown. No brainer there, right? And then the conclusion to this is the drawdown rules are crucial for prop firm trading, right? If you do not understand the drawdowns, then you're doing yourself a disservice because you're going to end up blowing these accounts repeatedly and potentially losing a lot of money. So with intraday, yes, it can be strict, but it's a way to protect your profits as well, especially with my trading style and the way I will trail my trades. It's protecting your profits regardless, right? And then end of day, of course, allows for recovery within that session as opposed to having to trail tightly. So it does give you a little bit more freedom, in my opinion, having the end of day, but it's really dependent on you as a trader. It's just, it is, I will say, easier. In the black and white of things, it is easier. And then always trade with your discipline. Do not have discipline with trading, you do not have anything. You're going to run into violating a lot of rules and then think maybe that prop firms are gimmicky or just not for you. I am proof. I've gotten multiple payouts with multiple prop firms and never had any issues until, or I had issues until I became an extremely disciplined trader. Okay, so here is a little bit of a graph for the intraday trailing drawdown and how this works. So if we look at their starting point right here, we can see that the trailing drawdown is following us all the way. This is our account balance is blue. The trailing drawdown is red. So you can see that we start at 50K, everything's aligned. We see that at the peak, we're at the 52,000 mark. And then we can see that there is a drop price to 51 and then down to 49. So our profit margin goes down and our trailing drawdown goes up. So potentially loan account, right? Now, if we look at the end of day, same idea. So we're looking at the morning, start out strong, we lose, maybe we take a losing trade, and then at the close of market, we've brought it back and we are on good terms. You may have heard that people say that they have a trading account and they are green on their account, but they have blown their account due to the intraday trailing drawdown. Apex and Take Profit Trader both have these. So that is something to consider when looking at prop firms. I trade with both of those and have never had an issue and get payouts. So in conclusion, that is it for drawdowns. If you guys have specific questions, drop it in the comments. And please remember, I am not a financial advisor. I cannot give you guys financial advice. This is all for informational purposes and educational purposes only, and trading comes with a high level of risk, and anytime you guys decide to trade, we're willingly do that on your own. So past performance does not guarantee future profits. So I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure you like and subscribe.